Got it. Okay, we're playing Virtual. What a random thing to be playing. Oh, I don't think that Twitch doesn't know what Virtualon is.
Well, why does that matter?
It's not in the list of things that you can put for streaming.
Oh, no.
It doesn't know that Virtualon's a game. Aw, so sad. Virtualon's a game. Don't tell Virtualon it's not a game.
Man, they made a reboot of Virtualon several years later. I mean, it not only is it an obscure game, but it's an obscure game that has a sequel.
Wow. So sad. What a tragedy. Oh, you know what's really annoying? Apparently the Sega Saturn switches video modes whenever it goes into a cut or into like a little title scene versus the game.
Yeah.
Which means that the little SCART input thing pops up down in the bottom corner every time.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, that's the reason that's happening.
Oh,
sorry
fun.
about that. That's not intentional.
Can you not turn that off?
You
of your
really
TV?
can't. You can't.
Why Why do you even need to know?
I don't know.
Why does it need
I don't
to
know.
tell you that
That's
the
true.
output
That is that's a mark of quality though. This box that I use for inputting through RGB, it means to the viewer, they know that we're not doing some shitty hooking up yellow and white composite cables and giving you the most trashy looking image. We're giving you full RGB, high quality SCART based, upscaled HDMI image capture. It's the stuff.
Yeah.
But that little SCART box does pop
good
up. every
good to
time.
know, but I don't guess I need to know it every time.
Well, the little box is made in China. They don't know what we need. They don't know what we want. They don't know what we need. And that's fine. I'm not gonna get mad at them for not knowing. Well, anyway, I guess I should get a controller.
I'm just getting queued up. You can keep doing what you're doing.
No, I'm not doing anything. I'm just I got everything set up. We're currently streaming nothing because there's nothing to fill in there, so I just left it blank what we're streaming.
Oh. So you can't like type in?
Nope. It says please select a supported game. If it's not in their pre-existing list of games, you can't use it.
So you titled the stream though.
Yes.
Wow.
VR Tim and Jim.
Oh yeah, you should put that we're streaming like friggin' Hearthstone or World of Warcraft.
Perfect. Let's do League of Legends.
League of Legends. That's it.
That's not
League of
mainstream
Legends.
ever.
Yes.
We'll pull in everybody.
For seconds at a time.
Yeah. League of Legends. We're streaming League of Legends, guys, for the Sega Saturn. It's pretty great. Okay, who's good? What's Armpit?
Yeah, I'm gonna be Dorcas.
Oh, I'm gonna be Raiden because
Dorcas.
I don't remember this game. I don't remember how to play this game at
I don't
all.
either.
I don't even know what the
We're
controls are.
gonna be learning together.
Woo. Well,
I'm assuming one of these buttons shoots. And maybe is that real static or from the game?
no, it's from the game.
Okay.
Round one.
Oh wait. I guess I shouldn't drink some beer right now. Okay, I'm throwing mines. Or I was. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Okay, the jump button is not instinctively what I would have used for the jump button. Man,
Okay. This game sucks.
this game doesn't suck. It's the best. The actual best. We used to love this game when we were kids.
Yeah, I know. We
right?
were kids, though. We didn't know. Clearly, we didn't know. I really don't even know what I'm doing.
I don't know, but you're killing me. So, you're doing something.
Got it. Missiles. Missiles. That's how. I did it. And I shot a laser up in the air for no... I remember this now.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Shooting lasers in the air is like how you show dominance. Missiles are... If you need to win against Jeremy...
Can you lock on?
I think you're pretty much locked on all the time permanently.
get you. I got you.
Yeah, you're killing me this time.
Oh, don't worry. It won't last long.
Not when I've got missiles. Missiles are really effective, it turns out. You know, I bet this game's way more awesome with the twin stick thing that it's designed for.
Probably.
Like,
if I could figure out how to like turn the camera, I would be doing so much better.
you have to the shoulder buttons kind of turn the camera. I think like that seems to be what's
like.
happening.
I feel like I'm just going in one direction, and
yeah, it's shit. This is not a good game, guys. Well, I mean, okay, again, it's probably awesome with the twin stick controller, but like I don't have one of those because those are
okay.
Those are.
I figured out that
items.
when you jump, you automatically turn toward the opponent.
I see.
I'm not gonna be a JonTron.
A what?
A JonTron. Not telling you the core mechanics.
Oh
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
game.
I made a video about that. If you guys haven't seen my YouTube channel, which let's be honest,
no one has.
you probably have seen my YouTube channel. You have probably a greater likelihood of watching my YouTube channel right now than watching this stream right now. So
No, because we're playing League of Legends. So.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. You probably got all the viewers. Yeah, so I did make a YouTube video about that very controversy with JonTron and Nickelodeon Guts. Which, by the way, I played Nickelodeon Guts one time, and that game is really shitty.
Okay, but did you play the sticky jumpy thing and not be able to figure out how to do it?
I didn't play for very long. I was very quickly done with the game, so I'm not even sure I completed an event, to be honest. I was just, as part of the research for that video.
Bow, bass, bow.
As part of the research for that video, I did play the game. I did really acquire a real cartridge of the game.
Nice.
And by
legitimate.
Real cartridge. I made a cartridge of the game. Didn't play it on an emulator. I'm dedicated like that.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't have legs.
Interesting. I'm super stylish. Look at how stylish I am. I'm so cool.
I'm so cool that I don't have weapons.
Oh, dude, I'm so fast. I'm so fast.
Wow.
Wow, this guy's the coolest. I know who my main is in Virtual On now.
Damn. I'm getting owned.
Yeah.
Okay, so how are you turning besides jumping? How are you able to turn the camera?
I'm literally only jumping.
Okay.
I don't know any other way. I thought the arrow. I thought
I was gonna say that those
don't.
didn't do anything for me.
They don't. I must have misinterpreted that by clicking them at the perfect time and then the camera moving and me thinking, oh, that's how you do it. Yeah, makes sense. But no, that is clearly not the case. Oh, I fly so high. It's incredible. That's why I'm so.
All of this guy's weapons are like floaty and stupid. Every one of them like is just cumbersome and terrible. If I beat you, I'm not going to actually know how it happened.
Oh wow, you beat me.
Wow, I did beat you.
Because you got a thing. Because that thing. That's what that is. So your weapons are.
They're all like
slow, but like powerful, like what you just did there. You want the thing that shoots like really powerful lasers at me. So if it hits me, it's freaking.
If it
it's
hits
devastating.
you, that's the problem though. If it hits you,
right? Exactly. Oh man, it is devastating if it hits. I gotta get better at evasive maneuvers. Yeah, your weapons are mostly just
Power, just
like
slow
turrets.
power weapons.
Well, they're mostly like turret weapons, where you release them and then they go and fire. They like independently fire at me from another location. You do have like several energy weapons, but there are a couple of different turret like type weapons.
All right. Okay. Oh, I had you too. Look, check
did.
this out. Check out the replay.
I would have been dead. Are there other levels? Are we like in the only level?
There's probably just the one. I'll be the girl. I'll be the girl.
I'm being Viper 2 because I really like being Viper 2. He's super cool.
I'll be the girl. Let's
So
see.
stylish.
I think she throws hearts, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure she throws
I
hearts.
think you're right. Man, what a gay game.
Well, she is a girl, so
Round one.
that's what girls do. They throw hearts.
That's
this is a
static,
different-
by the way.
This is a different level.
No, it's the same level, just in with a different background behind it. It's the same thing though. It's just this square arena. Yep, there's a heart. Anyway, dude, this game is awesome. I love this game.
I'm not hating it.
Arcade.
I'm not hating it. I'm enjoying.
This
I'm
is an
actually having
arcade.
fun.
This is a classic arcade game from the arcade era.
Is it an arcade game?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
This
I
game
did not.
was,
I didn't know actually.
This game was an arcade game before it made its way to the Saturn. It was one of those arcade conversions where they were like, "Oh snap! You know, the Saturn is so powerful because it can do arcade games at home."
You know what's better than strafing in the air? Just standing in one spot.
Oh my gosh! I have a sword. I didn't even know this. Man, the powers that I have that I didn't realize I had.
I'm seriously just mashing right at this
Me
point.
too. I don't know what does anything. Oh, I lost.
Snipe.
Okay, I gotta figure out how to. Okay, so this is one of those things where we're gonna have to learn how to use our character. I don't know. I got a sword. I don't know how to use it. I used it once.
I have a
and
sword too. Do you see it?
Yeah, I do, and
Okay,
I have
so-
no idea how I did it.
Oh, I am. Okay, I just did something. Hold on. Okay, so I'm running like really fast.
Yeah, I just ran to, and I don't know how I did it. I don't know how anything in this game works. We should look up a control sheet.
Now. Yeah. We're not that lame, Caleb.
Well, I want to actually know how to play this game. To be honest.
What just happened?
I had a really powerful energy weapon that I shot at you. It was the best. I was so proud of what my robot self.
What did I just do? I was just spinning around. What was I doing?
This is a test of raw skill. I don't know if anybody has ever seen such an exciting round of League of Legends.
Right.
Get ready.
Okay, so I got the heart there. There's that thing. That's a good one. I like that weapon. If it hits you, when it hits you. What is happening right now? Okay, so that's your weapon that's hitting me. I got you. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so you can only... Hold on, stop. Stop for a second.
What?
Try, like, stand close to me and just hit a weapon. Okay, that's the sword.
Oh, I won.
It's just... yeah, I didn't really think that through.
It's only
But
for close range?
It's when you're in close range, you just automatically switch to the melee weapon.
Okay, yeah, but I did this one thing where it did a charged like dash at you and sliced you open, and that was awesome. Okay,
Let's
who else
try
we
it.
got? Belgador.
Let's try
Wait, who
Aphid.
did you play? All right, Dorcas.
I played as Dorcas.
Was that the one that was slow and terrible?
No, that was Bao Bass Bao, but he has the really powerful weapon. So
Okay, so but Belgador.
I haven't
Nobody
played as
Okay,
Belgador,
I'll play
yeah.
Belgador, and we'll see how that goes.
I played as Dorcas, Bao Bass Bao, and the girl Fei Yin or whatever.
This is the best loading screen I've ever seen. You know, because
Yeah.
think of the time period.
Right.
You're thinking, oh, my Saturn is
let's-
broken.
let's-
Let's go reset this.
And then, you know, if there were online forums back then.
Mom, my Sega Saturn broke like as soon as I got this game. What the hell, Mom? And then your mom would be like, you can't say those cuss words at me. I'm telling your father. When you get in trouble, it's the worst.
Okay. I'm down with this. Oh, well,
Are you down with that?
just his weapons look kind of cool.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna pwn you. Oh no, you just actually did it to me, actually. Oh, never mind. I got you.
You pwned
So this guy's really good close range. Did you see what I was doing there with those?
Yeah.
What are they called? Tonfas or whatever?
Sure.
Isn't that what they're called?
Sounds
I don't know.
good.
Get ready.
You need to figure out how to dash out. You need to figure out how to play this game. That's what I need.
Ooh, okay. I figured out another. I figured it out. I figured the whole game out, Kevin.
Yeah. Figure out.
If you were dashing, like I'm doing right now, and you launch an attack, it auto locks onto you. Like this.
But how do you dash though?
It's the B button.
Oh, the B button does dash. But it doesn't auto lock.
You have to be dashing and then use an attack while you're dashing.
Oh.
Hitting the B button with any direction causes you to dash in that direction, and you can let go of the B button and continue to dash.
No, mine does not auto lock on whenever I hit.
Really?
It pretty much just doesn't care at all.
Maybe it's your character.
Maybe. Maybe some people are not playing the exact same character. Here.
Oh, what
Haha,
what happened?
time. We timed out.
Are you serious? What the crap?
Get ready.
TKO.
Okay, so I think my new strat is going to be to learn one character really well. So
Well, yeah, that's kind of generally in fighting games. That's how you do it.
well, I know, but like we've been just kind of running around
Well, yeah, I
trying
mean,
different
you
guys.
kind of want to see, you know, you want to play the field. You want to see what's going on because I haven't played this game since I was a kid, so I certainly don't remember what any of this game is about. I don't even remember how to play it, to be honest. But I remember that I was decent at it though when I was younger because I would at least beat the campaign against a computer player.
Right.
We
I don't
didn't
know
ever
that-
have-
did we-
didn't have
did we
second-
ever-
We only had one controller.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna
we
say I
didn't
don't think we
have
ever played versus.
Yeah. Yeah, we were underprivileged. We only have one controller. That was because, well, we bought this. We bought the Saturn.
Right.
Money. Okay, I traded in a Super Nintendo as credit for my Saturn. It was the worst decision I ever made in my entire life.
We had fun with the
We had
Saturn.
fun with the two games that we had on the Saturn.
We didn't.
Yeah.
Did we only have two
We had
games?
Virtual-On and Mega Man X4.
Okay.
We had on the Saturn. And we had fun. I mean, I played Mega Man X4. Like, I had to play the crap out of X4, but
Yeah.
you know. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Viper 2 because I know that one pretty well. There you
I'm gonna try out Timgen, and then I might go back to.
Is Timgen's like the cover art? For
Yeah,
the game,
he's
right?
like the guy. He's like the one.
He's the guy.
He's the guy. He knows all the chords.
He's everybody says he's the guy, but
Get ready.
I want to be the guy too. Nice. I like this. Okay. I don't like this so much. What is that for a melee weapon? Just like one really slow sword slash.
I'm sure it's really powerful if you land it.
Yeah. I mean, I was standing right next to you and it didn't hit you, so.
Yeah, but since I'm so good with Viper 2, I think is his name. He flies so long. His flight time is
I wonder, where is Viper 1? This is the first game in the series.
Yeah, I don't know, Jeremy. It may not be, actually. It's possible that due to the arcade origins of this game, there might have been,
Get ready.
like, you know, characters from the arcade game may not have been carried over. Maybe there's a Viper 1 in the arcade game.
Oh,
but
okay.
Then in Virtual On for the consoles, like, maybe it's a sequel to the arcade game.
Right.
That seems like a thing that could conceivably happen. There we go. Aw, man. Didn't work because I was too far away. And I really don't know how to activate my cool weapons that I have because I have cool weapons.
So here's how I see this happening. With your technical skill and my like ability to learn things quickly,
Get
what's gonna
ready.
happen is I'm gonna get a pretty good lead off in the beginning, and then like you know, as you do your 100% no damage run, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance mode, Caleb comes out.
Yeah.
You're just gonna own me
So
from
that's not
day
gonna
on.
happen tonight because I'm gonna have to do research and like learn like move sets and stuff, and probably practice the game over and over again. So I really have no idea how to activate any of these things. Like I'm formulating theories on how some of these weapons are activated, but I don't really know
Yeah.
because there are like directional
There are
input.
you know, the
based.
problem with the freaking Sega Saturn is there's too many buttons. There's too many buttons.
There's just so many of them.
There's too many buttons. And there's 6 face buttons.
I
Like,
know.
that's not a comfortable amount of buttons for your fingers.
No, it's totally fine. I think it's perfect.
Collect your machine.
Maybe I'll switch to arcade style. Use my fingers instead of my thumbs.
There you go.
See, you're going Viper 2 again. I'm gonna go back to
Yeah,
App
Viper
Farm
2's, he's my main. He's my main. Okay, I'm gonna look something up on eBay real quick.
on eBay.
While this loads.
Oh, the dual stick.
Yeah,
or
we'll see what it
twin
would
stick?
cost me to get the twin sticks. I might get really seriously competitive about
Virtual On. That's gonna be the stream every week. Is just us playing Virtual On against each other.
Round one.
Yeah, jump and shoot, bros. We jump and shoot in Virtual On.
Oh, I've got it. You're good.
Oh, okay. Humor me for a minute. Okay. Sega Saturn. The problem with the Saturn is that it's kind of collectible right now,
Hmm.
which means that stuff. Yeah.
What is it?
Yep. Oh. Well, they got buy it now, so they want about $100 for a twin stick from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like the. Yeah, it's just. Well, they come with the Japanese version of the game too. But there are some auctions here that are starting at 1 cent.
Is the twin stick specifically for Virtual On?
It is specifically for Virtual On. I don't think that it's usable in any other. Well, it might be usable for like Panzer Dragoon or something.
Wow.
Hold on a second. Saturn twin stick. Let's look up the let's look up the let's find the Wikipedia page for it, shall we? or SegaRetro.org. That's basically Wikipedia. So was designed for Virtual On. Blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Only released in Japan.
I see. So there's a game that has a peripheral that was designed specifically for this game, and Twitch doesn't recognize it as a game. Come on, Twitch.
Yeah, it appears that this is only usable for Virtual On.
Wow. You had to be
Saturn
really
games use
dedicated
twin
to
sticks. Okay, hold on.
Virtualon.
Oh. Gundam Gaiden 2,
Oh, sure.
Gundam Gaiden 3, and Gun Griffin 2 also can use.
So any game that's about you controlling a giant robot mech is. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, was Zone of the Enders for PS1 or PS2?
PS2.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh, Gundam Gaiden 1 does not explicitly support the twin stick control scheme. Though, believe me, I wish it did. That's what some guy on this forum said.
Nice.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no. Yeah, it starts at Gundam Gaiden 2, so there you go. There you go, audience. I know you guys are all crazy about your Sega Saturn peripherals for League of Legends, but League of Legends is not supported by the twin stick, unfortunately. So, I might consider getting a twin stick.
Yeah. How
if
much,
I can get a
how
good
much
deal
are
on an
they
auction.
on
Well, they
auction?
want to buy it nows. Well, okay, most of buy it nows have the box still.
Mm.
They want
You
about
don't care about the
$100 for it.
collectible aspect.
But there are some on there that were just the controller for $60.
Huh.
And then there's some auctions that start at 1 cent. That
But-
who knows what the auction's gonna
Right,
go for?
true.
Like maybe if I could snag it for like $20, I'd buy it.
Yeah.
20 or $30, I'd buy
And
one.
then we could really seriously get into Virtualon then.
Yeah, if I buy one and I get it and like I start getting serious about Virtualon, maybe I'll buy another one.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then we could just have a dedicated twin stick
I will tell you,
setup.
this versus mode is more fun than the campaign mode, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
But this game itself, not quite as fun as I remember it being when I
Well-
was a kid.
Well, I have a feeling that once we get real deep into the mechanics
yeah.
and we become true masters of this game, it's going to be so fun.
Yeah, sure.
I actually honestly kind of would like to have a twin stick for the collectible aspect of it.
Oh, really?
Not having the box, I don't care about that, but having the item itself, like... See, I don't care about things like boxes and stuff like that. I know a lot of collectors do. But, like, to me, I want to have it so it can be used. I don't really care about it, like, sitting in a box on a shelf or anything like that. I think it's cool to have to have hardware from a past generation. Especially kind of, like, unique stuff like that.
Right.
Like my favorite PlayStation controller that I have is the dual analog controller that came out before it was released 1 year before the DualShock, and it didn't have rumble, but it was otherwise exact. It was the first PlayStation controller that had analogs, and I have one. And it's like most people don't even know it exists or know that they would even know the difference when they saw it, but like it's a special piece of PlayStation history that was very briefly in production.
Right.
And it's really cool to have.
And what is this peripheral? What are you talking about?
It's the direct predecessor to the DualShock controller. It was the first. It was the first controller that Sony ever released with analog.
Yeah.
And it's basically a DualShock, but it has no rumble.
Okay, I think I may have had one of those back in the day.
Yeah.
It was for the PS1.
Yeah.
And it was
It looks exactly like a DualShock, except for that the handles are a little bit longer than a normal DualShock, and it has no rumble built
So-
into it.
Sony was a little late to the Rumble game, right? Because N64 had the Rumble pack from the beginning, right?
I don't
Oh,
know.
no, they came
but
out with Star
The
Fox.
thing is that the N64 didn't come out until like 3 years after the PlayStation, so it's possible that the PlayStation Rumble DualShock controllers were out before the Rumble pack was for the
Oh, okay.
N64. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure the Rumble pack came out after. I don't think it was a launch peripheral. And the N64 came out in '96, I think, and the DualShock controller came out, or the dual analog, the first.
Oh shit.
I know the DualShock, I think, came out in '97, late '97.
Yeah.
I think I've got my history
Round
correct.
3.
I
Get ready.
think everybody was kind of around the same time on the whole Rumble thing, except Sega. Sega didn't have Rumble until the Dreamcast.
Okay.
I don't know. My best weapon, I don't know how to use. I don't know how to use it. I know that it happens sometimes.
What is the weapon? What is the?
It's that one large laser beam that comes out occasionally and takes like a third of your health or 2/3 of your health
Dude,
or something.
I just blocked an attack.
What?
I just blocked one of your
No way.
lasers
That's not
that's
a
coming.
thing.
Yeah, no, I swung my little Tampa thing, and it killed your laser.
I need to know how.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's the melee button, which is why, I guess.
Dang. I lose.
But
Well-
one of your little blue orby ball things was coming toward me, and I just swung that, and yeah, I'm gonna keep with F-armed.
One of these days, I'm gonna figure out what the shoulder buttons do in this game.
You wanna just stop for a second?
They
see
have
if
to
we
do
can figure it out?
something, right?
Yeah, no attacks. Let's just see what the shoulder buttons do.
Let me look it up. Let me look up a control sheet for this
Round
game.
1. Get ready.
Oh, check it out. Check it out. This is what the shoulder buttons do.
Oh.
Okay.
I knew it.
But that still doesn't like help you.
It does though.
When you're dashing, you can't turn the camera anyway. You have to
Okay.
be standing in one spot. Well, that's pointless. I'm never gonna use that. I'm just gonna stand right here, and when you're ready, we'll go.
Okay. Virtual. No, I know it's meant to use the twin stick. Okay. That's not what I need to know. What I need to know is how to play this game. Oh, cool. There's a forum post entitled, "Ugh, these controls are infuriating."
I'm starting to get the hang of it though, and that's
Okay. Turbo boost while firing will automatically turn your virtual roid to aim at your opponent. Jumping
Virtual
is
roid,
rather
really?
clumsy, but that is what a lot of people do at the beginning, myself included. You can also duck. That's a control. The idea is if you jump and duck, in quick concentration. Okay. So
what did you say about automatically locking on? Jumping and what else?
Jumping and dashing while firing.
Yeah, okay. That's what
So,
I had figured out. Yeah.
Apparently, the issue is that you have to be firing before you dash, maybe?
No. You dash and then you fire.
I did
And
that.
it turns you toward. That's what I've been
Didn't
doing this
work.
whole time.
Didn't work
No.
whenever I did it with the with Balrog. I think is who I was playing with.
Valorant.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Virtual on controls, images. It's all for the twin stick. I need to know how to control
Diagram.
on the regular.
Type diagram.
That's what I
Or
did.
map. Control map.
I got a map of the United States.
Hey, you know what? We could just play the game some more.
No, there's no control map. Nobody
Yeah.
plays this game.
Nobody
That's the
plays this
problem.
game.
Nobody.
You know what? There may be a control scheme of some kind in the game that we could
Doubt
find.
it. At this time period, I think it was fairly common to put that stuff in the manual, which we're expected to have. Which
Have.
Of course we don't have the manual because we used to
You
have.
know,
it
we
because
do
had-
have a legit copy of the game, though.
We-
That is one thing that we can
Yeah,
say.
but we had the case and everything. But where is that? I am sure it's no longer in any form of storage because this game has spent it the last like 15 years in your Sega
in
Saturn.
my Sega Saturn on a shelf.
And then it spent like the last 6 or 8 months in my Sega Saturn.
Right?
In one of my 2 Sega Saturns. Yes, that's right. I have 2 Sega Saturns. It's pretty cool.
They're definitely, like, if they were to remake this game exactly, they definitely should just have a lock-on button
Yeah, that would be good.
and not, like, have these
Maybe
janky,
that would
wonky
take
ways
the
to lock
challenge
on.
away from the game because it's such a challenge.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
Oh, 4 seconds.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Last second snipe.
I was actually... you had less health than me right
Yeah.
up until that point, so I was going to win on
You were going to win on a
TKO.
technicality, yeah.
Which was my plan, really, because
Well, that was my plan because
I
I had more health than you, and then you hit me, and I was like, nope, I gotta win this thing.
It's got a pretty sweet soundtrack. I like it.
I can't even hear it.
It goes...
Come on, get in there. Okay, there we go. I got this one. It's in the bag.
Yeah. Because I can't figure out how to use my dang best weapon. I know what it is. When it happens, I'm like, yeah, that's the one. But I don't know how it's happening.
Oh, there are... Here's what I know. This is dash, B is dash.
Yeah, I know that.
X and Z are both jump.
Okay.
For some reason. C is like your little machine gunny shooty thing.
Right.
Y is your melee weapon, and A is like a bomb or something. That's what I've kind of gleaned from this so far.
That's vaguely what
Okay.
I've got over here. Vaguely.
So X, so it's like two little triangles. X, B, and Z are movement, and A, Y, and C are weapons.
Oh my gosh, that's a way to think about it.
Get ready.
For sure. It's weird though that both X and Z are jump.
Yeah.
I find that strange.
It actually makes it, if you're gonna jump and shoot, if you're gonna
As
jump
we
shoot,
off-
as we often do, if you're gonna jump and shoot, it makes it easier. If you're let's say you're planning to do the machine gun type attack, it's easier to jump and hit that than to push one button 6 buttons away from the other button you're trying to hit. So it kind of makes sense to have two jump buttons.
I suppose, but only if you're a hater of the Sega Saturn's controller.
I hate the Sega. I do. I think that
Well, I don't.
an uncomfortable number
I think
of
it's a
buttons
good
to have to
controller.
keep up with.
I think it's a good controller that deserves a lot of credit because it's good. I love it. It's a good controller.
I don't know. I like the standard 4-button SNES,
It's way better than the
PlayStation.
SNES controller.
Get ready.
It's not. It's not better.
It is though.
It is not better.
It is though.
How so?
So
Like,
much
how
better.
is it better?
It's just better, man. It's just better. I like how none of the buttons are.
Okay. Would you say it's better than the PS1 controller?
Yeah, dude. I hate the PS1 controller. When I play Mega Man X, I only play on Sega Saturn. Mega Man X4.
When I play Mega Man X4, as we often do.
It's the only Mega Man X game I ever beat, so you can take that to the bank.
Let's do that next. Are we gonna do this all night, or you want to play it?
We can play X4. I've got a legit copy, as everyone knows. It's legit
It's
in being
It's
a,
illegit copy.
It's legit in being a
And you
copy.
owned me that time.
Yeah.
It is legit in being a copy of the game.
Yeah, it is definitely a copy.
All right, I'm gonna try one guy that I haven't played with yet.
Okay.
Then let's jump over to X4 and then maybe
I'm gonna play as Viper 2 because I think I've actually got the hang of how he works now.
I'm gonna do something. Let's do Raiden. What did you think about Raiden?
I don't know, man. I didn't know what I was doing then, so
Okay.
he might be the best in the whole game.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I guess our opinions on these characters are formulated based on how much we knew about the game. At the
Right.
time.
Exactly. Which Raiden, I think, is the first character I played with, so I knew nothing. I had no idea what was
Okay.
going on.
Get ready.
Okay, well I'm digging the laser beam attacks.
He does have laser, but
That's nice. Sweet. Okay. I think he
Shit.
is the best in the game, Caleb.
I do recall him being quite effective.
Did you beat me the first time?
I believe I did.
What is his bomb move? Oh, it's a landmine. I don't know that I've hit you once with these laser beams.
I don't think you have. They're slow. That's the problem. They are powerful. I remember that.
Now that, though, his machine gun move is pretty sweet. His machine gun moves better than the previous ones that I've used because it's like it's a lot more in a straight line instead of like spread out. And it seems like they home in on you a little bit better than the other ones I've used. Ah, shit. Aw, you fucker.
I win! I'm an angel! Did you see me fly away with wings, with angel wings?
Get ready.
I don't think a timeout is a legitimate win. That's the biggest bull. Why is there a time limit?
Because, Jeremy,
Why?
it's a test not only of skill, but also of luck.
It's the test not only of skill, but of fucking
Bullshit.
bullshit.
It's a test of how much bullshit.
Oh, that took more than half. Look at that. That was one attack.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, see, that's what I was gonna say. Like, if you hit me
Shit.
with those, it's freaking devastating. But if you don't hit me, then it's fine.
Get ready.
Here, take that. Get up, you big fat ass. God. Whoa, what is that craziness that you're doing right now?
It's an attack that I just figured out how to use finally. It's one that I've been trying to figure out how to use the entire time we've been playing because I do it occasionally, but now I know how to. God dang. Okay, that's a one-hit kill. If you hit me, if you dead on hit me, it is a one-hit kill. Dang.
That is crazy.
Dang. All right. Hey, do you want to play X4 on Saturn or PlayStation? I've got both. Okay. It's legit, trust me. Yeah. Okay. Let's play the Sega Saturn version of Mega Man X4, which has the worst quality AMV stuff. Or, I mean, FMV.
Wow, I did not know that.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was that
Okay,
much
so here's
different.
the deal. The Sega Saturn has a serious limitation in the form of the codec, the one and only codec that it supports for video. And it ends up being the shittest video, no matter what game.
Wow.
If there's a game for the PlayStation, or what's up?
I'm just making sure it's up to my, like, what. Because usually, if it's not the PlayStation, it's something that's totally whack from what I'm used to doing.
Well, the point is, Jeremy, that the if it's a multi-platform game, and it was on the PlayStation and the Saturn, then on the Saturn it's going to have a significantly worse quality video because the Saturn is like physically limited from displaying good quality cutscenes.
Oh yeah.
The Saturn has a lot of weird limitations, and it also has a lot of incredible strengths.
Should I set it to stereo or monaural?
It doesn't matter.
The default setting is monaural.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Well, our setup is stereo capable with the Saturn, so
Nice.
stereo will be fine.
All right, I'm gonna let you choose X or 0.
Well, what's your favorite to play as? I mean,
Zero.
I always play as 0, so.
I think everybody's favorite is 0.
Well, yeah, because this was the time that you got to play as him.
It was right.
So
You know, it's funny. Like, it may be more fun as X. Who knows?
I've played it as X a few times and did not enjoy my time
Yeah.
nearly as much. Zero's just freaking cool.
All right, so
Um,
just to let you guys know, I'm somewhat good at Mega Man X, but I haven't played it on the Saturn in probably 15 years.
Okay,
so-
I'm going to talk about the technical limitations of the Saturn for a moment.
Okay, cool.
You see the lights in the background, these spotlights?
Yeah.
And notice how they like,
How grainy they are, like checkerboard
they're
pattern?
checkerboard patterns.
Yeah.
They are like that. In the PlayStation version, they're not. They're just
No.
lights.
Yeah.
They're like that because the Saturn has a limitation in displaying transparencies, where basically like static foreground and background objects can be transparencies, but the compositing processing portion of the Saturn can't do moving images
Right.
in transparency. So the only way to do them is to actually block them out as checkerboards.
Wow.
So that's just like a limitation of its ability to handle transparencies. It can't do. This is what it is. Transparent sprites. It can't do that. However, you see this heat effect in the background,
Yeah.
this warp effect. The PlayStation version of this game it just pulses.
Yeah.
The light just pulses. It doesn't do that warp effect because this background, what am I trying to say? Like post-processing effect is one of the many incredible post-processing effects that the Saturn is capable of
Yeah.
with background manipulation
That
the PlayStation does not have the hardware to do. So
so it had pros and cons then.
Right.
For each game that was ported, you might have a.
warping, background warping is what it's incredible at. Like this effect is really good. Like
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
This does not look like anything in this era on any PlayStation game. This is incredible. But that was just like a hardware function that the Saturn had. The PlayStation didn't have because they weren't concerned about that. But the PlayStation's ability to render transparent sprites, like also,
Right.
you know. The issue with the Saturn is that it's a really convoluted piece of hardware
Right.
that was built like a 16-bit console. Then it had like 3D capable parts tacked onto it, so it has some features that are like up to date, but not
I
all
see.
of them. And then it has some really heavily emphasized 2D features that the PlayStation didn't have because they didn't care.
Right. Did you change the game on Twitch then?
Oh no, I didn't. It's a real tragedy. Well, we're playing League of Legends.
Right.
The it is a real tragedy though. The Saturn, the Saturn just itself just is a tragedy.
Yeah.
Is this a swift plot or is this just a whatever?
It's just a whatever. It could be a swift plot. I'm fairly swift at plotting through this game, so. That's not where I wanted to go.
Ooh. Gee, Double. I wonder what his deal is.
Well, Double is not in this part of the game. That was Iris.
Oh, wasn't paying attention.
Zero's counterpart.
Oh wait, but Double is in the game.
He's in the game.
He just doesn't show up there.
No, he's not in the game if you play as Zero.
Are you serious?
He's only in the game if you play as it.
Oh my gosh, but isn't Double freaking Sigma's?
Yeah, Iris is the Double. Oh.
Well, why is Double the one that's... Well, probably just because Double is stupid.
What?
Double is the one that sticks with me from this game, even though Mega Man has, like, never been the way that I played this game.
Yeah.
But now that I think about it...
because it's just such
Double
a stupid
is so
concept.
stupid. Because it's like...
What?
Gee,
wait.
Double, I wonder what
Double,
he does.
you're a double agent? What?
And it's like, I wonder what his deal is. Oh, he's a double agent. Okay, well... Shit.
So
that's kind of like in what is it? A pup named Scooby Doo, where they every single time think it's Red Herring, but it's never Red Herring who did the whatever the crime is.
His name is Red.
His
Herring.
name is Red Herring. I think it's a pup named Scooby Doo. Do you remember this?
I do not remember.
Okay, yeah. So yeah. It's like every single time Fred would be like, it was Red Herring, and then it ends up not being Red Herring because obviously
his name is
not
Red
Herring.
Wow, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's the worst thing ever. I love it.
I don't remember a pup named Scooby-Doo like at all.
You know,
Did you watch
I
it
don't
on
know.
Boomerang?
I think that might have been a '90s Scooby-Doo show.
Yeah, it was, but like,
which I'm pretty sure I watched on Boomerang.
Okay.
But honestly, didn't watch very often.
we watched Boomerang a lot. Like
We did
Flintstones
watch
and
Boomerang a lot, but I really feel like shows like Pup Named Scooby-Doo were a little too recent to be like played all the time on Boomerang.
Right.
Boomerang mostly played
It was
old
old stuff.
Boomerang was good. That was a good time.
It was. I liked it, and it was the only thing we were allowed to watch. So.
Right, and well,
It was a better time. It was a better time than Bill Nye the Science Guy or whatever.
Right. Well, the deal was basically that we were only allowed to watch. We weren't allowed to watch Cartoon Network. That was
Yeah.
it. Like we could watch Nickelodeon or Disney Channel, but not that Disney Channel had animated stuff.
Yeah, we watched. Oh crap! We watched That's So Raven.
Yeah.
And Lizzie McGuire. The best though is still Even Stevens, and that show was actually legitimately good.
Yeah. But.
And of course,
Yeah.
Boy Meets World, but that was actually
Well,
not
that was
originally.
ABC. That was ABC, right?
It was ABC at first, but then it went to the Disney Channel when TGIF or whatever wasn't there anymore.
Oh, really? It
Yeah.
actually moved.
It moved to the
Disney
Disney
Channel?
for the last 2 seasons or something was on the Disney Channel.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. I guess I didn't realize that.
The best 2 seasons, in my opinion, that was the college years, and there was actually like some heavy shit going down.
Yeah, those were the best seasons for sure. Actually, you know what? I'd say pretty much anything past like
Little kid.
well, pretty much whenever they got into
anything past puberty was great.
right, yeah. Like the first couple of seasons were not.
They
were not
okay.
bad. They just were
just
not nearly as good as what the show ended up being.
They were just like kitty fun.
Right.
But it wasn't anything near what the show actually became.
Right. It really ended up being something else.
Mom had the audacity to say that you and Jordan and I are the only kids that liked Boy Meets World.
Are you kidding me?
And nobody else that she's talked to in our age range cares anything about it.
Boy Meets World is, for our generation, like, the most important thing that happened.
Yeah.
Like, anybody within... Okay, so... Yeah. For anybody within, like, the probably a 10-year span surrounding us,
Yeah.
you know, probably a few years younger, or a few years older than you, and maybe we're probably like, me and Jordan are probably like the last.
The youngest of the, yeah.
Because we were
And you
the
may
last
have been
ones that
into
were
it
seen.
more because I was really into it, maybe, and I watched it. If I hadn't been watching it, maybe you wouldn't have been watching it. I don't know.
I
It
just
was
know
on
that
in our house because I was watching it, probably.
It was the most important, and I can't tell you how many times I see things posted on Facebook about Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Because,
oh yeah, no, for sure.
Like, all of my friends are of the same generation. You know, everybody I'm friends with is either my age or older than me. And
Well, Mom's only outside window to the world is Barnes and Noble.
I know,
And so-
those people are all stupid because they read books. That's why they didn't.
Right.
That's why they didn't like Boy Meets World, because they were too busy reading books.
Reading freaking
And
books.
Boy Meets World wasn't books.
No, it was much deeper than books.
Although there were probably books written about Boy Meets World, licensed books or something. But you know, yeah, no, that's total bullshit. Nobody cares about Boy Meets World but us. Like, Boy Meets World is one of the most important things in the childhood of anybody between you and mine. You know, our age. Like,
Tell me this: besides Full House, how many reboots of a show have you seen from when we were kids? Hey, Jordan.
none. I can't think of any.
Yeah. So, Girl Meets World and Fuller House for some reason.
Yeah, that was probably a bad move. I didn't watch it, but
Jordan.
you could have walked in front. It wouldn't have mattered.
That maneuver you did to avoid getting in front of the camera.
Oh, it would have been the end of the world.
How was your job?
No, we have no viewers.
Oh no. I did a landline yesterday.
Did you tell him that it's a bad idea to have a landline? That's
good.
Gotta maximize that RPO.
Adding a 16 to that? No. That's almost $200 a year.
Oh yeah.
Kidding me? I broke it down for him like that. He was like, no.
Wow. That is, yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
you know what?
that's what I did yesterday.
You can just sleep comfortably in the knowledge tonight that sale ended up making up the gap to being basically the same as DVDs.
What did you do? What did you do today? 11:50? What did you go? 11:50 or something? Yeah, that's it. No, that's
Pretty close to the same. Yeah,
no.
it's
It's 2006, but yeah.
Whatever.
It's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the
Jordan. Jordan, you did great. I'm proud of you.
same. No, Jordan, I'm just hating because this happened to me, and I really haunts me off.
The very worst is an 1150 flex on the 27.99.
Yes,
It's
that's the worst thing that
I
can
just
happen.
wasted all of my time just now.
No, you made money.
I made money, but like as far as numbers go, I just wasted all my time.
And that's how you know your company has failed. Is whenever
When you make-
your employee,
when you make a
your
ton of
sales
money.
employees make a ton of money because they sold really well.
But their numbers
but their
don't
numbers
reflect it.
don't reflect it, and therefore they're having a bad month.
Yeah.
That's yeah. We'll not talk about what company we work for.
Yeah,
we all work for
but
the
we
same
all
company.
do work for the same company.
And it is a sales company. And the performance metrics are figured in such a way that even if you sell well, if certain other circumstances aren't met, you still did bad. I did not know that you could fight Magma Dragoon with a armor.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Unless
It is
I
not
just
the
forgot.
it is not the fast way to do it, but it's fine. So
Well, okay, so do you have to have an armor suit to get to him? Is
No.
that required? Or is there
There's
another
two different
path?
ways to get to him.
Oh, okay.
One,
so I just
one
never
can
knew.
only be accessed by the armor suit. And
I'm
the other-
telling you, I get it now. I just never knew that you could do it. So I
Yeah.
never knew that you could access them through an alternate route. So that's why I've
Yep.
never seen that. Pretty cool. Hey, do you notice that the health gauge is checkerboarded too for its transparency up there?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yep. No
That's
transparencies
terrible.
on sprites. It is not capable of doing it.
Wow.
The reason is because the actual technical reason is because the sprite engine and the background engine are two separate things.
Yeah.
So sprites can be transparent on top of each other,
Okay.
but sprites cannot be made transparent on backgrounds because they're not handled on the same chip.
Oh.
So when it has to basically the two chips do their work. The background chip does its job, and then the sprite chip does its job, and then they merge the two images together. There's no transparency. There's nothing in the hardware that's capable of merging those with transparency. So
Wow.
it's two finalized images that are smushed together. So that's why. The PlayStation doesn't have that problem because the PlayStation only has one picture processing unit at all, and it does all the things internally.
Right.
So sprites and backgrounds are not separate entities in the PlayStation because the PlayStation doesn't actually have sprites.
Okay.
There are no sprites.
So this is a completely
Under the hood, it is
this is a completely different game than the PS1 version.
technically the way that the rendering engine works is completely different.
Huh.
I mean, it's all the same
I
assets
mean, it looks
and stuff.
basically the same.
It's all the same assets and stuff.
Right.
It's just that the way that it's rendered is totally different because the way the PlayStation handles rendering is that PlayStation doesn't have any kind of sprite processing. Like, there's no sprites in the PlayStation.
Okay.
What you perceive to be sprites are actually flat 3D objects that have a texture applied to them, which is a sprite.
Okay.
But it's not a sprite in the mathematical processing sense of how sprites normally work.
I see.
So yeah, all PlayStation games are technically 3D games. It's just that 2D PlayStation games are just a series of flat geometries that you can only see from one angle.
I see.
But they are still processed at the same as if they were 3D. They're just 2D objects with textures. They're just yeah. I mean, they're just like a square polygon with a texture applied to it.
I see. Interesting.
So, yeah. But, that doesn't really matter that much, because that's only, the way that the rendering portion of the game works. In all likelihood, all the controls and, internal mechanics and AI and processing and all that stuff is the same between the two versions of the game. It's just when they came to the actual output, video rendering engine, they had to make changes
Right.
for each version. Which is commonly the case for any kind of port. You're getting destroyed on this little mini boss here.
Nah.
You have one health.
I got him. No problem. I was playing it close to the edge for fun. That's all. That's all.
Mega Man games should always have loading screens.
just because.
Yeah, that's the one failure of the Super Nintendo. Mega
This
Man
is,
X games.
I believe, the only Mega Man X game that has each stage split into two separate stages.
Well, it was the first time they did anything on a CD,
Right.
so maybe they didn't know how to make it work.
I mean, is the PlayStation's memory not good enough to load an entire stage
Well,
at once?
does X5 and X6 do this?
X6 does. Oh, you know what? There are gates that you go into, and it goes to the next thing, but there's not a loading screen.
So they just basically dressed it up nicer.
Yeah,
X5
yeah.
and X6, but it
X5?
definitely is loaded.
I guess X5 kind of has a thing like that too. Yeah.
Okay.
Some stages are a little shorter in X5, so they actually fit in just one solid.
Right.
Run.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah, there are. I guess there are little loading areas. It makes it look like something else is happening on screen, but
Yeah.
it's like a cutscene,
Okay.
which is way better than a loading
Right.
screen. A cutscene's way better than a loading screen.
Well, yeah, that's how Resident Evil did it with their little. Every time you hit another room, you had an animation of the door opening, and that was hiding the loading screen.
Right.
But yeah, it's one of those things where I mean, like the PlayStation, dude, I don't. It's a pathetic amount of memory. I don't remember how much it is, but it's pathetic. I'm gonna look it up now.
I know the memory cards are pretty pathetic.
Oh well, yeah, that's.
You can save 15 files. That's ridiculous. For every game that you play, all the games together that you play, 15 files. And they charge like $29 for those, right? Isn't that like $20 or more for?
It might have been more than that, because I only ever. Well, you know what? Did anybody ever actually buy a Sony brand PlayStation memory card? Because I know I never owned one.
I have one.
All of my memory cards are Performance brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have several. I have like 4 or 5 PlayStation memory cards, and they are all. No, I have one. I have one
during the
Interact.
PlayStation era. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That you got during the during the PlayStation. Oh, okay. Because
everybody
I
I know
Sony.
had Performance
Did
brand.
this PlayStation not come with a memory card?
No.
Are you serious?
No, that was an
How
add-on.
lame is that? Really?
Yeah, it's pretty lame.
And it was like a 16 kilobyte memory card or something, right?
Yeah, it's pretty pathetic. Let's see. I can find out right here. Oh man, the technical specifications don't look like whatever. The important thing is that the PlayStation here has 2 megabytes of RAM.
Okay, that should be enough to load one stage of one game, right? No?
Probably not. I mean,
How
think
many
about
megabytes was this game altogether?
it. Well, it's on a 650 megabyte disc. However, the game itself, I think this game is like maybe 400 and something megabytes.
Okay.
That includes
and
the cutscenes
so 2
and
megabytes.
audio.
I don't know then.
So they had to
you
stream
don't
in.
think one stage is 2 megabytes?
It's probably more than that.
Hmm.
I mean, because you got to think about it. It's like the whole the stage itself isn't the only
the
thing
music
that needs to be
is
done.
a recurring loop. So the music from the first half of the stage is the same as the music from the second
Right,
half.
but the music is a huge file that has to be streamed in, and that's taking up some of the memory. Because the music is going to be way larger than 2 megabytes. I mean, the
Right.
music probably accounts for most of that 450 megabytes or so.
Right.
But it has to be streamed in real time, so it probably occupies a certain amount of the memory the whole time it's playing,
Yeah.
just because it's running a stream off of the disc.
Okay.
But then you got to think about the fact that like this game is much more detailed and complex than like Super Nintendo Mega Man games,
Right.
because the sprites are higher resolution, higher bit depth, so there's a lot more going on in the sprite work. The animations have a lot more frames. There's a lot more going on here. You think like a whole game, a whole Mega Man game from the Super Nintendo is 2 megabytes. You know,
Yeah.
Mega Man X, Mega Man X2, X3, they were all 2 megabyte games, right? I believe.
Right.
Yeah, I believe they're all 2 megabyte games.
So these games that, in my opinion, are superior games to this one.
But, you know, there's a lot more going on here. So,
Right.
yeah. So only having 2 megabytes of system memory, sure, you could load like the entirety of a Mega Man X 1 or 2 or 3 into the PlayStation's memory, but you don't have the same luxury whenever you've got a game that's actually built for the PlayStation.
Right.
I mean, the sprite work is fantastic in this game.
Oh, yeah,
like the
for sure.
quality of the sprites in this game are next level. It really is much more impressive than any of the Super Nintendo games. But
It's just, to me, like, I don't know what it is. It's just not quite as fun to me. I enjoy it. It's a fun game. It's just there's something about those original 3X games that seems like there was more thought put into it.
maybe.
Like these seem like the X4, 5, and 6 era, you know, PlayStation era. Seems like it was just they were just turning games out at that point.
Well,
and
you know-
X1, 2, and 3, it seemed like there was a lot of heart and soul in it. Whereas these games seemed like they were just a money grab to get in on the PlayStation era as quickly as possible.
To me, it seems like that. I mean, I've never really played X2 or X3 much.
Yeah.
I played the crap out of X4. And it really feels like that over the years, over like game to game, it really feels like that they put less and less thought into Mega Man games throughout the entirety of the franchise. Because like X has a lot of really unique concepts that didn't even carry over into X2. Like they
Right, but the thing about it is that you're talking about the stage.
Yeah, that's
hazards,
freaking
the
cool.
stage-
Like that is one of
Yeah.
that's like a game that is like a game selling concept, that the things you do, depending on the order that you do things and what you do in the stages, affects the way that the stage. That's freaking cool.
It was really, really
And they
cool.
bailed
And
on it for X2 and never brought it back.
That was the thing, like X2, definitely, that was the one flaw to X2, I think, is that they did not bring that back. But X2 to me is such a deeper game than X1.
Yeah.
And it's so much prettier to me. Like the game itself is just so much
Sure.
smoother and prettier.
Sure.
And it's, you know,
Still lags like crazy.
well, yeah, but all the X games on the Super Nintendo lagged like crazy.
Yeah.
But it was X2, I think, is the masterpiece of the series. I really do.
Yeah. Most people think X3 is the masterpiece, but
X3?
yeah, a lot of people think X3 is the best one.
I think X4 is better than X3.
Aaron Hansen thinks that X is the masterpiece.
I think X1 and 2 are close in the running, but I think X2 edges it out because I think X2 took a lot of the mechanics of X1 and improved upon them, and did so many cooler things, like with the weapons and stuff. Like there's stuff you can do with the boss's weapons. X1's weapons were pretty straightforward. X2's weapons, you could come up with cool, various ways to use them to do a certain section faster or more efficiently or whatever. And I don't know. I think X2 was the masterpiece.
You know what my problem with Mega Man games is entirely? It's that I don't for some reason ever like really get super deep into learning the weapons themselves.
Yeah.
Like all the different weapons. So like I'm bad at the game because most of the time I run around with the X Buster and shoot things with that, and it's hard.
Well, I mean, there's a category of speedrunning that's Buster only.
Oh, I'm sure there is, but I'm just saying it's hard and I'm not good at it. So
that explosion is way quicker than the PlayStation explosion, by the way.
Oh, really?
What does that mean? Is that because that's less lag?
Is it lag in the PlayStation, do you think?
I don't know. It's way faster here than it is in the PlayStation.
Like I said, the Saturn is like the ultimate. The Saturn is like it's like a Super Nintendo on steroids. Essentially, is how the Saturn architecture works. So,
we could have watched the cutscene. I always skip it.
Well, I wanted to see the worst video compression codec of all time.
All right. We'll see some more cutscenes. That was one of my favorites though, and I just skipped it. But the best cutscene of all time is in the second part of the final stages here. So you'll see it after we get through this.
Okay. Jeremy, if I had to guess, I would say that probably the PlayStation does lag.
Yeah.
On that, and it's probably something akin to an object limit issue with the PlayStation, except for that it's not like the traditional. Because again, like the PlayStation doesn't use sprites or anything like that. It probably has something to do with like how many textured polygons are being generated by that effect.
Yeah.
And it's probably lagging out on that. But like the Saturn is a monster at 2D sprite processing in general.
So like lag is pretty much non-existent here? Is that
right. I mean, would you say that this has been a fairly lag-free experience playing?
Sure, yeah.
The Saturn is the ultimate 2D console. I mean, in terms of building a console for the purpose of being 2D, this is the best that there is. They've never built a better 2D machine. No one.
So
has.
they really should have capitalized on the 2D market and not tried things like.
Well, they
virtual.
did. That is why. I mean, they did what they had to with the 3D market. Because they thought because they needed to compete in the 3D market.
Right.
But they really did capitalize on the 2D market. I mean, the reason why the Saturn is like to this day the bullet hell, like the bullet hell machine.
Yeah.
Like bullet hell shmups.
Yeah.
The Saturn is where you want to be.
So if
Because-
I want a good bullet hell shmup, that's what I need to. Where I need to go is the Saturn.
Oh yeah, the Saturn has
I
all
really
of the best
should look
ones.
into the library of the Saturn then, because I love those games.
The Saturn has the best ones. I've got one. Let's play Radiant Silvergun. It's
Okay.
like, how long you got till you beat X4?
What time is it now?
It's 9:27.
I don't want to say I'll have it done by 10, but pretty close.
Okay. Well, Jeremy, yeah, I've got Radiant Silvergun. We can play that one. That's like a lot of people consider that to be the best shmup ever, and then some
Okay.
people consider it to be overrated. So you never know.
Well, I say that I love those games. I haven't played a ton of them, but when I play them, I get joy from them.
But yeah, the reason that the Saturn is the Bullet Hell King is because it's so good at handling objects. Like sprites, like the number of sprites it can process at a time is insane.
Yeah.
And so that's perfect for Bullet Hell games because they're gonna be piling the whole screen
Sure.
full of those, you know.
So they
little-
really should have just cornered their market, which was how much shit can we throw on the screen at the same time.
Yeah, but the hype on that's the problem is that the hype on the 3D was so big that they had to try to compete there because
Right.
that's what everybody's 3D worlds, it's like a new thing that
Yeah.
we can do now. And I don't know. I mean, Sega did do a lot of 2D stuff. Like their like first party and like second party stuff was very 2D oriented for the Saturn, and that's because they knew what the strengths of the thing were. But you know, they also had Virtua Fighter and Virtua On and Virtua everything for all the Virtua games,
Right.
which were mainly just like arcade ports.
Yeah.
Tons of arcade ports.
I did not know that Virtual On was a arcade game. I mean, it's a standard arcade fighter,
Right.
just in 3D. But I just never knew that.
Let's see what Virtual On was for. I can't remember.
What? Is that Neo Geo?
No. It was Sega. It was some Sega arcade hardware. Let's see. Virtual On ran on the Sega Model 2. Yes. No. Not a Sega Model 2. Virtual On machines. Oh, come on, arcade-museum.com. Give me the information I want.
You would think they would know.
There you go. There's an arcade. There's the arcade cabinets in a very small picture. It was like sit down.
Sit down.
Yeah,
Huh.
a sit down arcade machine.
With the twin stick, I'm assuming.
Let's see if I can find a better place than arcade-museum.com. Oh snap! I can buy a cabinet on eBay. Oh, it's already sold. Holy shit! It sold for $300. It's in Ohio.
Wow. A
That
dual
is
with
pretty
two
Yep.
player mode? Well, that's cool.
Dang. When did this auction happen? Oh, this happened in 2011. I'm a little late to the party.
So, what do you think graphics-wise? Do you think that it was comparable to the Saturn port, or do you think it's like way?
It's
better?
probably pretty comparable because it is gonna look nicer than the Saturn version because arcade hardware, that was back in the time when arcade hardware was more powerful.
Right.
But
Have you been to an arcade lately?
No. I didn't even know they were arcades.
Well, like Dave and Buster's.
Oh, that's not really an arcade though, because they mostly just have dumb like ticket games.
Well, true.
But no, I haven't been to one.
I'm just saying, like, there is nothing impressive in an arcade these days.
Those aren't real arcades though. Those are more like just
Like
adult
fun,
kids. They're like adult-oriented, like fun play,
Right.
fun.
I take Truett there.
I see.
I do. Well, I mean, it's
Well,
all
that's
it's all
fine.
stuff
I mean,
you can
it's
get
fine.
down
It's
with.
like
you know?
all the arcade portion of it is fine. It's just it's supposed to be like an adult
Right.
version of like a kid's freaking fun place, fun palace. like whatever that place was called in Memphis that's closed.
Really?
No, not that. Not that. The one we went to for our birthday party when we were like 8 years old. 7,
Chuck E.
8
Cheese.
years old. No, we did go to Chuck E. Cheese one time. Jordan, what was that place called? X-Site. That's what it was called. X-Site.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Probably the coolest thing we had ever done up until that point, right? Yeah.
Man, why does nobody have information about what arcade board Virtualon ran on? I need to know this.
This is important information.
Well, it is now. It has become important information because nobody's got the answer, and it's a problem for me because this is the kind of random, useless knowledge that I like to have. I bet a MAME forum knows what it is because they would need to know what hardware it ran on. Because theoretically, you would need to have the BIOS or something for the original. Oh no, it is a Sega Model 2. Okay. Sega Model 2 is what it ran on. And it basically looks like the Saturn version, only it's sharper. The image isn't so pixely and garbled and terrible.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, surely it's got to be a nicer looking.
It's just a higher res looking version of, like the character models and stuff look probably pretty similar.
Yeah.
But it's much sharper. And that's pretty much what it was like for all Saturn, like Sega Model 2 to Saturn games.
Yeah.
Is that they came out a lot sharper on the Model 2. Because the Model 2 hardware was substantially more powerful.
So why is it just because of cost, or why is it that historically home console ports of arcade games are so much worse than actual arcade games?
Well, because historically arcade hardware is super expensive because they would just like go all out and cram tons of RAM and really, actually, that's one of the biggest limitations on arcade hardware versus home consoles is that arcade hardware always had so much more RAM. And because RAM is expensive. RAM, well, it's not expensive anymore. RAM has gotten super cheap, but RAM always used to be one of the most expensive components in any kind of hardware. So RAM was always skimped on for mass market consumer products. And so, the PlayStation had 2 megabytes of RAM. I'm sure the Saturn had probably a similarly poor amount of RAM. Whereas an arcade cabinet would probably have 2 or 3 or 4 times that much in the same era.
So, I don't think I've ever been killed on this boss before.
Mm.
And I just got killed. And I remember now. I can't say I've never been killed on it, but I remember now that the PlayStation version has a glitch where if you stand in front of him, he will just, that roar that he did just now, you'll see it again. That roar, if you just stand in front of him and slash at him, he will just continue to roar at you. But that's just on the PlayStation version.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm having trouble with him, actually, and not
Awesome.
just killing him.
So your normal strat does not work.
My normal strat of just mashing doesn't work. I have to actually.
So you have to actually fight him. Okay, cool. I'm glad we put the Saturn version.
Yeah. That I forgot though. That has been years since I even was faced with that. That is a glitch on the PlayStation only version.
Amazing.
So now I got to start back from the middle of the stage because
I guess your Mega Man collection thing, of course, has the PlayStation version of X4,
Yes.
and then it has the Saturn version of X3.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, when I first played Mega Man X Collection, like way back, I don't know, 8-10 years ago, I was like, what the fuck is this? This is not Mega Man X3. What is this?
I've played Mega Man X3. I know what it is. This is not that.
I really did not know that game was released on the Saturn.
Yeah. I didn't know until
Because
recently.
we had
I was just looking into
X4.
it.
We had X4.
Right.
But we didn't even know X3 was available.
Right. X4, sadly the only X game, the only natively built for in-generation X
Mega Man
game
X
to
game
come out on the
Saturn,
Saturn.
yeah.
They didn't do X5 or 6 on the Saturn.
No.
Saturn was already pretty much
It
dead.
died. It died before X5. Yeah.
Sad though, because Saturn is capable of some pretty incredible things on, as long as it's not transparent sprites.
Right. So needless to say, I am having more trouble on the Saturn version than I would be having on the PlayStation version.
Well, you're already at a disadvantage because the Saturn controller isn't to your
Yeah. Oh
right.
no, I'm having serious issues just getting used to the Saturn controller.
I love the Saturn controller. It's a great controller. It's a quality controller.
Sucks.
It's pretty good.
Why are the buttons different sizes?
Because, Jeremy, it's carryover from the Genesis.
Yeah, that's stupid.
No, it's fine because it lets you know immediately. It's like on a keyboard. It's like a home row type thing. It lets you know immediately which row of buttons.
You know
you're
what lets me know which button
Well,
is
no,
which?
Jeremy, think about it. Think about
where
it,
the
okay?
button is placed on the
Hold on,
face.
though. Think about it, Jeremy. Because in Super Nintendo design language, it makes it's already in a square. There's a square of buttons, right?
Right.
But you're thinking about it from the wrong perspective because we're not talking about Super Nintendo design language. That's the PlayStation. That's everything else besides Sega.
GameCube, bro.
Well, no, the GameCube is a totally different thing. Let's not talk about that. That's not the discussion here that I'm wanting to have. No, the Sega design language was that there were 3 buttons, right?
Right.
And so whenever they added the second row of buttons, they weren't making like a symmetrical square of buttons that it's easy to keep track of. They were adding a row of buttons, okay?
Yeah.
And so from Sega's perspective, players are used to having 3 buttons in a row. Having a second row of buttons,
But
it
no
makes
player-
sense to differentiate them from one another so that you know by feel which row you're on.
But no players were used to having 3 buttons because nobody played the Genesis.
Dude, tons of people played the Genesis. The
I
Genesis,
know.
the Genesis sold very well, Jeremy.
Genesis sucked. The only good game on the Genesis was Cyborg Warfare.
Jeremy,
or Cyborg Justice.
Jeremy, the Genesis does what Nintendo don't.
Cyborg Justice, Gunstar Heroes.
Very good.
Those are the
Gunstar
2
Heroes is
games.
so
Those are
great.
the 2 games, Caleb.
No, the Genesis has a really good backlog of arcade.
Vector Man.
It has a really good lineup of arcade ports and stuff.
But not
It's-
as good as the SNES.
Actually, yes, though, because Street Fighter, like the Street Fighter port on the Genesis, is way better than the SNES version because it doesn't have SNES lag issues.
Yeah.
Look, the Genesis, mostly Sega arcade games, honestly. The thing is that the Genesis, like, if you're wanting to play classic games,
Fuck.
the appeal of the Genesis is much more arcade-based than it is home console games-based.
Right.
Like, the Genesis's strengths, like, it's really strong
Okay,
titles, mostly
so their
were
version
Sega's.
of Mortal Kombat was better.
Yeah. Because it
That's-
had blood instead
yeah.
of blue water or whatever it was supposed to be.
I don't think there was anything on the SNES version,
I
right?
think the SNES version they changed the color of the blood and
Oh, did
turned
they?
it like blue or purple or something.
I thought they just took it out altogether.
I may be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure they changed the color.
That would be stupid.
I'm
That's
pretty
still
sure
blood.
that's what they
still
did.
blood. That's
Yeah, I know.
Like, how is that censorship? That's just,
I think it was supposed to
that's
be.
just
I
still
think it was
blood.
supposed to be sweat or something. I think they made it blue, and I think the idea was that it's supposed to be sweat.
Wow.
But yeah, so that's how that happened. But the point is that for this, especially the Sega
I've never
arcade
even
games,
seen that attack.
Was that new?
I'm failing.
Well, you've never fought him
I've
before.
never fought him.
You've never actually
I've
fought
just
him, so you
stood
don't
in
know
one
what he's
spot
capable
and hit him
of.
over and over till he dies.
Right. You don't really know what he's capable of. Does anybody speedrun the Saturn version of this
No.
game, or is that just
No.
not a thing?
No,
This is probably why.
probably.
Because probably nobody knows how to beat him.
No, I've gotten really close a couple of times. I've just been talking and not paying attention to what I'm actually
He
doing.
may have never been beaten before.
No, nobody actually knows how to beat Slash B. The Saturn version is unbeatable.
Because literally no one had the Saturn version of this game, and that's not an exaggeration.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ha. Ah, oh. One thing I don't miss about this game, with every other Mega Man game in existence, voice acting every time you jump or swing your sword or shoot or get low on health or
Right.
didn't need it. Didn't need it.
That's fair. I don't know, I kind of like Zero's.
Yeah. Huh.
It kind of gives him like a sassy, kind of cool, like, friggin'.
Yeah, but the Mega Man's voice was like a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, that was like, time to get serious.
I need to serious. What?
Yeah, Mega Man was.
Why is that your voice?
Mega Man was unfortunate casting.
I'm pretty sure it was like an 8-year-old girl that did his voice acting.
I like Zero's
Hey, you know
voice
what,
actor,
Caleb?
though.
I'm tired of this. Let's play.
Yeah?
Let's play something else.
You're tired of just because you can't beat Slash Beast?
Slash Beast.
That's unfortunate. Okay, let me go find Radiant Silvergun. We'll see.
Or we can go back to Virtualot.
We can, but I thought you wanted to play.
I do, but either way.
Let me go get some. Let's go get Radiant Silvergun. We're gonna do everything. We're going all out here.
What are you eating?
Some soup and some lentils.
I have a bag of split peas at home.
Really?
And I'm gonna make split pea soup.
Oh.
Oh, Jeremy, I've got Sonic Jam. It's got all the Sonic games in it from the Genesis.
Oh, seriously? We
Yeah.
should do that sometime.
I've got Metal Slug
Nice.
for Saturn.
Bro, we could just have like a Sega Saturn month. August the Saturn.
I've got
month.
X-Men versus Street Fighter for Saturn.
Holy crap!
Yeah,
You have all the good stuff.
I do. But
How did you acquire all of these games?
Oh man, let me tell you. Let me tell you, Jeremy. It's amazing. I bought them.
With money.
I bought them with money. U.S. dollars, Jeremy.
Well,
US
you
dollars.
actually did. I mean, the discs that they're on cost
That's true.
money.
I did pay money for the discs.
Just the computer that you found them on it cost money.
You know what's funny is like the jank launcher menu you have to go through here to play the game. The thing is, nobody has a Sega Saturn, so they wouldn't even know that this isn't normal.
Right. So, I'm not good at shmups.
Okay.
If you are good at them, you
No,
can
I'm not.
play.
I'm not good at
Okay.
them. I'm really not. You said you wanted to play it. You said you love them, so
I love playing.
I'm
them.
so bad
I'm not
at
good
them.
That's the thing. I loved them in the arcade. Like that was what I spent all my quarters on back in the day.
Oh yeah, Radiant Silvergun is a 3D shmup. By the way.
Nice.
I
Well,
forgot about that.
Why
part.
is that? It's completely pointless.
Oh no, it's 2D. My bad.
Oh, there's
It's
lots of stuff that
2-3-ish.
happens here. What? Oh, what are these weapons?
Weapons. They're weapons.
Why does it not shoot straight ahead? Oh, whoa!
There's
I have
multiple
like
weapons.
all kinds of options.
You do. You have all kinds of options.
Oh,
throughout-
that's
throughout the
awesome.
game. But you die if you get hit.
There is a short range weapon.
There is a short range.
What the
range
crap?
weapon.
And it is bullet hell. This is just bullet hell.
It is bullet hell. I'm real bad at them.
Why do I
so-
have 4 bullets coming out of my butt, but one
Well, because
coming
I
out
think
of the
that's
front?
mostly. Well, you know what? I think that there are modifiers for the weapons. I don't know how to use them though. But I think you can like modify the. I don't know. Can't tell you. I haven't played much of this game because I'm
Did I just
real
kill
bad
the
at it.
boss? Did I just kill the boss?
You did seem to. It does appear that you did some pretty
That did-
serious damage.
Oh no, he's still
Oh
alive.
no, he's still around, but you did some damage to him though. He's
I'll just keep continuing. I don't
yeah, no problem.
Yeah. What am I doing? I don't even know. So much stuff is happening right now.
It was pretty cool though. Mission report. 20%.
Yeah.
You killed 20% of the enemies, Jeremy.
Awesome. Well, I have a 400 chain going on, whatever that means. Man, I will not last long at this game.
Should I even change what game we're playing, or are you gonna bail on this game pretty quickly?
I don't know. It looks like something that I would totally just be totally into when I'm 100% sober.
I see.
Because I'm seriously failing right now.
Well, Jeremy,
What's even like? I don't even know what there are so many weapons coming out of me right now. I don't even know. Okay, all right. Start over. Let's do this again. I'm gonna do it one more time. Change it back to virtual or League of Legends.
Oh no, Radiant Silvergun is in there, so I put.
Oh yeah, well why wouldn't it be?
I put in Radiant Silvergun fail stream.
Nice.
We're doing it. We're failing at Radiant Silvergun. I'll play after you. I'll
Okay,
see.
so
I'll see how failed.
Something's happening here. What is this? So the more buttons you hold, the more stuff happens. So not only does every button control a different weapon, but combinations of buttons
Yes.
control different weapons.
Incredibly mechanically deep.
Yeah.
This is the deepest shmup of all time.
I mean, look at this. Like, I'm holding 4 buttons and I've got the sword swinging around
This
me.
is probably why it's such an acclaimed game,
Yeah.
because of how complex the options are for fighting. But at the same time, though, I think it's hated for being so hard.
Yeah.
It is kind of ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. I mean, this is ridiculous. I like shoot 'em ups where you can actually like progress a little bit
Yeah,
in the beginning. I mean, come on. I didn't even make it through the second stage.
yeah. Well, there are other more traditional shoot 'em ups on the Saturn. I mean, the Saturn has tons of shoot 'em ups. So this is not the only one. This is just the most famous one.
Right.
But you know what? Like near Automata.
Automata?
It's shmup sections.
Yeah.
Straight up, I'm telling you, a lot of them are this game. Like
Oh, yeah?
they're like homages to this game.
Nice.
Because all the sword, like the close range sword fighting stuff that you can do
Yeah.
in the shmup sections, totally this game.
Like this?
Yeah,
Is
Yeah.
this near Automata right
yeah,
here?
pretty much exactly near Automata.
Okay, the way that the sword controls is stupid.
how
Okay, so I'm going forward and the sword's behind me. I go backwards and the sword is in front of me. It's not protecting me.
so you gotta
anywhere
whip
that
your
I
body
am.
around
Huh?
to make it. Yeah, you gotta whip. You gotta whip.
Yeah,
it around.
you gotta whip and
You gotta whip.
and
Snap.
nene. You gotta whip snap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not intuitive.
It
Here you
seems
go.
like an advanced technique. Okay, here we go. It's about to get real now because I'm gonna play Radiant Silvergun and I've played this game once or twice. I played it a time or two in my day. Okay, here we go. Ready to get shmupped? It's time. I don't know. I don't remember how to play this game. I don't even know what the controls are. I don't really know what's going on here, but it's fine. Okay. Yep, I just died. What? Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. You know, Olin did a commercial for that.
Uh-uh.
It's pretty funny.
Do you know that Olin did a TV show? Oh, Jordan's watching Rick and Morty right now, and I've already watched Rick and Morty years ago. Years ago, I watched Rick and Morty. Morty, Rick, Morty. I know them all. Rick and Morty, 100 years. 100 years, Rick and Morty. www.rickandmortyadventures.com. 100 years. 100 W's.
Well, all my switch back to work with like the human suit and so like the
Well, that sounds like a fun night. So that sounds like a fun night. Texting a bunch of people.
So I'm not the worst ever at this game, actually. I mean, I'm not great, but...
What stage are you on?
Oh, you know, the same one
The same.
that you were.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it looks like you're slightly better than me.
Slightly.
I mean, how do you avoid that? Come
You
on.
don't. You don't. You don't.
Avoid that.
You don't. You got it. You have to. There's got to be some way. I believe that it's possible, Jeremy. I believe it.
I think you have to know what's coming already, and then move based on what
Yeah,
you know
it's-
is coming.
There's probably a lot of trial
Because
and error
that
happening
right there, that was a quarter of the screen that was full of bullets.
Mm.
So if you already knew that the bullets were going to go in that direction, you could be in one of the other three quadrants, but not if you're there.
Well, the issue was that they were shooting at me, which means that wherever I was, they were going to be shooting at me.
Okay, so how do you avoid that?
Well, I imagine there's probably an optimal place, like an optimal location that you can be at for avoiding it.
I think I've decided that the sword is not the way to go, because by the time you're close enough to something to hit him with the sword, you have put yourself in so much danger.
Well, the thing is that I found that the sword is effectively usable as a
Defense.
as a combination with the other. Like
Yeah.
you can use the sword as a combination with the other, weapons. Weapons. Mm.
I do like the graphics. It is quite beautiful, actually. That's happening.
It's pretty cool.
Not your ship. Your ship looks like just every other thing, but like the boss there is pretty sweet.
Oh, cool. Okay, sweet. Okay. I'm learning stuff. I'm learning things.
See, that's a misstep
Shit.
right there. Don't go on that. Those Y units look like part of the background, or they're not? They're not.
That's a cat.
Huh?
That's a cat.
Yeah, that is a cat. What is that about?
It's a secret.
$50,000.
I got a secret. It was worth $50,000 apparently. Sweet. I'm rich.
Oh no, those were points. That's useless.
Oh, shit.
That is a random ass like. Okay, yeah. There. Oh, come on. In stage 2 of the game, you're expected to dodge that.
Jeremy, you don't have to hate on this game just because it's hard. Okay? Sometimes games are hard, Jeremy.
This is the worst game.
You're supposed to be good at the game, okay? That's all there is to it. You want to play something different?
Yeah. If you.
Okay.
Well, So
that was
okay,
fun.
so the top 10, they've all made it to stage 3. So what they're saying is, if you haven't made it to stage 3, you suck at this game.
Right. Basically. Okay, so what we've got. If we're gonna do a Saturn night, only we got Metal Slug. We got Sonic Jam. We got X-Men versus Street Fighter.
Let's do Sonic Jam. Let's
We
do
got
Sonic
King of
3.
Fighters '96.
Sonic 3 was always my favorite Sonic.
Okay.
game.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
let's play some Sonic 3.
Play Sonic Jam. We're gonna put in Sonic Jam now. We're gonna play some Sonic games.
Do you have Sonic CD?
With any luck,
Any chance? Maybe we could do the creepy, weird secret that's in Sonic 3D.
you know, I don't know if that is part.
That is Sega CD.
That is a Sega CD game, but I don't
Sega
know if it's
CD.
part of their Sonic Jam deal. It might be on the Sonic Jam deal.
Maybe.
I'm not 100% sure what's on that disc, to be honest.
Pseudo Saturn Kai.
Don't worry about it, guys. It's called the official way to launch a Sega Saturn game.
Yep, that is what happens every time.
There you go.
This is what happens all the time. Sonic Team presents. This must be like the beginnings of Sonic Team. Back before they were doing all the cocaine. Paul. 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 So Sonic Team.
Yeah.
I think this was the first Sonic Team that I've ever seen in, chronology.
Well, Sonic Team made all the Sonic games except for Sonic 3.
It doesn't
No,
say
Sonic
Sonic.
2.
Oh, you know what? You're right. It does say that.
No, was it Sonic 3? I think it was Sonic 3.
Game or Sonic World? What is this?
Sonic World is like a 3D, it's like a prototypical 3D what a Sonic game was gonna be on the Saturn before they canceled the Saturn and didn't make a 3D Sonic
I
game.
see. So game is all the games, right?
Okay, so it's
okay, it's just the Genesis.
Yeah, unfortunately I don't have a Sega CD. Well, I do have a Sega CD, but it doesn't.
Can you play Sonic 3 and Knuckles? I mean, why put the cartridge with the top loader on it if you can't play Sonic 3 and Knuckles?
Okay, hold on a second. What is Sonic 3 and Knuckles?
It's Sonic and Knuckles with Sonic 3 stacked on top
No,
of it.
I understand that, but what is it? How does the game
You
present?
can play
What's the
Sonic
difference?
3 as Knuckles.
If I had to guess, I would say you probably, if you play Sonic 3 here, it will give you the option to play as Knuckles. I imagine, if that's the only difference, then probably
Extra game, that's probably it.
or option.
No.
No. Okay. You can play in Japanese, though.
Special state. Okay. And this is the lamest Sega Saturn looking menu I've ever seen.
Well,
Let's see what special stage is. Oh, okay.
oh, it's just
literally just the special stages. Okay.
just the best part of the
Yeah, I win.
whole game. You did it. That's how you win.
I gotta turn this alarm off. Hold on. Okay. I got. Oh shit.
Got no emeralds, Jerry. Got no emeralds.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna play Sonic 3 because that was my favorite. Normal, easy, or normal or original? Which one should I?
Is original not normal?
Sorry, what?
I don't know, Jerry. I didn't make Sonic Jam, okay?
I guess I'll go for original as opposed to normal.
Original recipe, I think is.
Wait. Loading. Sonic 3 didn't require any loading.
You know the only Genesis game I have is Sonic 2.
Yeah? Sonic 2 is most people's favorite. Sonic 3 has always been my favorite.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I want Cyborg Justice, but I couldn't find it in any local game stores. And then Genesis, so that's kind of how that went.
Right.
Yeah, it's tough times. But Jeremy, come on, look at this. You can't tell me the Genesis didn't have good graphics.
Oh yeah, it was great.
This was at least as better than the Super Nintendo.
Well, all this blast processing is going on right now. I mean, come on.
Yeah, the Genesis didn't have quite as effective color handling as the Super Nintendo, but it did have some. It did have blast processing. It had that going. It was pretty good. You know what, Jeremy? Blast processing's not.
What?
You gotta connect three.
No, you have to turn all the blue spheres red, but if you touch a red sphere, it kills
Right,
you.
but in the 4.
The 4 is just, it's going to be 4 red spheres, but if it's like 9,
Right.
like a block of 9,
Yeah.
they turn into coins or rings.
Jeremy, the blast processing is not real.
I know what you're saying. I understand the
But it's
concept.
also not fake either.
You know what though? Look at the rendering. This is just the worst.
Right, but the
This
Genesis
is the worst. Caleb, this is
because
the
Genesis
worst
doesn't have
graphics I've
nearly
ever
as good
seen.
of it's because the Genesis didn't have nearly as good of a picture processing unit as the Super Nintendo's pair of GPUs. But the Genesis did have a faster core processor speed, which made it less limited on certain things.
Yeah, it's just not as pretty.
It's snappier, but it's not nearly as pretty. You're right. No, the Genesis really did not have very good video processing capabilities, but it was very fast. Genesis does what Nintendo don't, Jeremy.
Alright, let's do this again. This time I've got it this time. 127, no problem.
So why do the 4
I think you have to like
deals
trap.
not?
You're like trapping blue ones inside the little square you're making, and that somehow turns them into rings.
So
Whereas
the red
4
ones, since
just
they don't actually, since there's only 4, they're not actually like
right.
you're not accomplishing anything.
Right. Like if I were to go up and down the row and turn each of these red, they would stay red.
Right.
But by doing it the way I'm doing it, it turns them into rings for some reason.
Right. Because that's what happens whenever you touch blue balls. They turn into red balls. If you go around a ring of blue balls
Yes.
and trap some blue balls in the middle of the ring, you get coins.
Yes.
I mean rings. Rings, really.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense though, because Sonic is all about rings. So
So
you're making a ring to make rings.
I'm pretty much kicking ass right now.
Yeah.
I got 40 more balls to go. Where are they? Clearly not on this
Dunno.
pyramid. Let's see. Go this way. They're not this. Oh, here's one. Here's some. They're gonna all be red though. So I'm gonna have to turn the last second here to avoid touching them. Alright. So I got 24 more to go. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I really hate the way this controls. Oh, this is gonna be hard to do. Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, I got it.
It doesn't let you collect those coins.
I guess not.
Okay, so what you have to do is you have to save that one that doesn't give you coins for last.
That's it. To get all.
So if
to
you're
get all
doing the
rings,
most,
yep.
if you're doing a completionist run,
Yep. I'm sure a completionist run is just getting all the emeralds. I don't think it really matters how many rings you get.
pretty sure that Gerard the completionist
Had to get all the rings.
did actually play
Oh,
Mega Man,
no.
did actually play Sonic 3 on an episode of Grumpcade. He joined the Game Grumps for an episode of Grumpcade, or not an episode, a series, a Grumpcade
Yeah.
series of Sonic 3, and I'm pretty sure that he completionist in all the special stages.
Like
did
to get all the rings.
He did
That's a
everything,
completely pointless completionist thing to do.
He did everything, dude. He got all every.
I can see
chaos
getting,
emerald. He got
like-
all the everything. He did all the special stages. He did like special stage secret. Like there's apparently like a whole secret, like second like round of emerald stage, like special stages for the things.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole second round of special stages that you can do if you
After you
beat
already have
certain-
Supersonic?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. It's like a special stage. Extra special stages.
Oh.
I watched that series.
This music is amazing, by the way. Come on!
Sonic has always been known for its music, especially in the Dreamcast era.
The Dreamcast era? What's
The Sonic Adventure games.
Oh yeah?
They had the best music.
I never played
They
it.
had the best music that was drowned out by the sound effects of the game. It was horrible.
So Sonic Adventure, so that's the series that eventually got ported to GameCube?
Yeah, Sonic Adventure 2, I believe, is the one that got ported to GameCube.
Because that's
and it
after the death of the Dreamcast, I guess?
Yeah, it was Sonic Adventure 2 DX is what it was called.
Okay.
It was like the director's cut version of Sonic Adventure, which,
So basically, like,
which definitely didn't need a director's cut because...
basically Sega died and immediately conceded to Nintendo.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, essentially what Sega did is they were like, okay, look, we're done with consoles. We're going to be a publisher now.
So our main rival for all these years, here's our
Why not?
intellectual property.
Why not? Because, like, think about it. The Sega and the Nintendo fan base and audience are the same audience, right? Whereas Sony had their own audience.
Right.
Sony created a new audience, pretty much.
This is not good. This is
This is like bonus. This is like bonus
Okay.
stage like
Okay.
2. You're gonna have to do better than this, Jeremy.
How do you do this?
It gets a lot harder. There are harder bonus special stages.
The special stages on these are the hardest freaking thing ever.
It's just because the control scheme.
Yeah,
for the
it
special
really is.
stage a really
it's
terrible
so
scheme.
bad because it's not like a free moving 3D. Like it is block, like a block at a time. Whatever you call that. Whatever you would call that.
It's like a weird predecessor to
Like a
tank
grid.
controls.
It's a grid. That's what it is. It's a grid.
Yeah.
You have to. You're limited to a grid, and it's terrible.
Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with you. I forgot to update that we're not playing Radiant Silvergun anymore.
Yeah. Now we're playing Sonic Adventure 3 on Saturn. What is this shit? Okay, this is some bullshit.
Which one?
This log with spikes on it. Every time I try to jump on it, it decides to flip around 3 or 4 times.
Jeremy,
But
that's
if I'm-
because you've got to go fast.
Okay, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna go this way. Which was the much better way to go.
Jeremy, you got to go fast. That's what Sank is all about.
I understand.
You don't need to be jumping on You don't need to be jumping on no logs, Jeremy. You need to be going fast.
Whatever. I'm playing Mario the Hedgehog.
Mario the Hedgehog. No, Mario is the best hedgehog.
Yeah. Mario is so much the best than this.
Sonic the Italian plumber.
Oh, that was good. That was good. That's a good thing to do.
No, Tails is dead.
Nah, he'll be back. Tails doesn't die.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Good old miles per hour.
Miles per hour.
Oh man, that's not bad. That's pretty good.
No, they did good with that. I really.
It's awful.
I think
And
they
everybody
did great.
hates it, but I love it.
I think they did great with it. It is not the worst thing ever.
It's the pun. It's punny and it's terrible, and I love it.
It is not the worst thing.
Miles per hour.
'Cause that could legit be a name. Miles per hour.
Yeah. Per hour doesn't sound like a completely inconceivable name.
Right.
And Miles,
Miles
is definitely
just a standard
It just
first
is a
name.
name, yeah. So, yeah, miles per hour. Yeah. Pretty bad though.
Nah.
It's pretty good.
It was creative. It was creative, and it was punny, and it was terrific.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty good, but it's pretty bad though.
You're right.
But it's pretty good though.
It's good.
Man, have you ever noticed that Sonic is kind of a boring game?
It is a very boring game. Yeah, that's, I watched a video the other day. I watched a video like a year ago about how people hail Sonic as like the best thing that ever happened to Sega and all this shit. And just like going through each of the games, I mean, like, there is nothing new or innovative or cool about any of these games. They're all the same as the first one. And as a concept, it's like Mario. I can play Super Mario World every day and not get tired of it. But this game, I can play once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to play it every day.
Right, because it's not fun.
Shit. It's fun for a while.
It's like on a core mechanical level, not fun.
Here's the
to
thing
play.
about Sonic. The thing about Mario. I want to beat the game. When I play the game, I want to beat the game.
Right.
When I play Sonic, I play it for the first 2 or 3 stages and I'm tired of it.
Right.
And I think that's how most people feel about it.
When I play Super Mario World, I want to beat the game through the shortcut method.
Yeah. No, I mean, once in a while, I want to play all 96 stages.
I usually don't want to go all the way through it just because of the amount of time it takes.
Or not 96 stages, 96 exits.
Yeah.
There are 96 different exits to that game, and sometimes I want to play through all of them because it's fun. But it's a fun game. At the core, it's a fun game. Now, what the fuck just happened there? I was standing on the bridge. Standing on a bridge
at the speed of sound. It's because Sonic is a pretty good game.
It's really not that good.
It's pretty good.
This is pretty good. What is that? SpongeBob? This is pretty good. It's not a burger.
Don't know.
It's about a Krabby Patty, right? Some like food critic that came to the Krusty Krab. This is pretty good. And he was no pickles. That's what it was. He was claiming that there was no pickles on the burger. And it caused SpongeBob to go into a depression because he knew he put pickles on the burger and the guy claimed that he didn't. And apparently the food critic was like out to get him and was hiding the pickles under his tongue. Yep.
I do know.
This is pretty good.
Now that you mention it.
No pickles.
But I totes remember that.
Yep.
Man.
Classic SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Was so
pretty good back in the day.
Classic SpongeBob. So good. New SpongeBob. The stupidest shit ever.
It's pretty bad.
It is pretty bad. Why is it so bad?
I don't know. I've never even watched it, to be honest.
Ever watched SpongeBob?
I've seen a few episodes.
Dude, we watched a shit ton of SpongeBob. Back in
I'm
the
talking
day.
about the newer stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
I've seen a few episodes of the newer stuff. Usually, whenever I was back when I was installing cable for a living.
That
just
burger
see it.
was so delicious. I think I'll try it a second time.
But yeah, pretty much for the first, whenever the original creator was there,
Yeah.
it was good.
That's what it was. He sold it off after the SpongeBob movie, right?
Yeah, it was the SpongeBob movie was the end.
Okay.
It was the end times.
And then somebody like bastardized it from there on.
Yeah, it was called Nickelodeon. They
Yeah.
Did you just win the game?
I just won the game, Caleb. Game's over. What do you play
Dang.
next?
Sonic is so easy. Sonic got through Act 2. Man. Doesn't feel like you accomplished it. It feels like they weren't expecting you to be successful.
Right.
And what an asshole Knuckles is.
I know. Right?
Man. Nice. That was pretty good,
What a way
Jeremy.
to start a stage.
That was pretty good, Jeremy. I'm pretty impressed.
Oh, fuck.
Jeremy, spikes kill you.
I'm trying to get to that spring.
Jeremy, did you know that spikes?
Oh, that was the end of the
Game
okay,
over.
Game over. I'm
Oh,
done.
Snap.
I'm done. I think I'm done. Actually done. What time is it?
Well, hey, it is 10:17.
Oh,
We've
well,
been
I'm not-
streaming since 7:30, right, Jeremy?
Yeah. 7:30 on the dot. Not
As
a
we
second
always
after.
do, every Thursday, just like last Thursday.
Jump and shoot, bros.
We jump, we shoot. Sometimes we play Sank the
We
Hedgehog.
probably won't do that anymore. Actually,
What, play Sonic the
after
Hedgehog?
now, after this
The
time.
Hedgehog?
I don't know. I'm thinking no, but I will say if we're gonna do something else, we should throw Virgilon back in here.
Okay, one last test of strength.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it on. I'll just say we're still playing Sonic.
Whatever. Yeah, cause I'm calling Raiden for one thing. I'm gonna see what I can do with Raiden. Jordan, you want to have a virtual lawn tournament with us?
No. What? What are you doing?
We're playing Virtual
You saw us play it when we were kids. Fairly certain. You were around when we were playing this
You
game.
existed back when we were kids.
Did I?
Remember back when we were
I don't
kids and
remember
you
when I came
existed?
into existence, to be honest.
Those are the good. Those are the days,
I might have been
man.
20 years old.
What?
I just entered the world as a 20-year-old.
Man, I've got the twin stick.
I wish I had the twin stick. Yeah, versus. In this corner jump. In this other corner, this other corner not. So shoot. Jumping to versus.
Yes, I've got Viper 2.
Raiden.
We're doing it, Jordan.
Like we have
you
our
ever
mains,
seen-
Caleb. We just know who we're going to now.
Yep, it's official. We are professionals.
We're professionals at
MLG Pro.
Virtualon.
MLG Pro.
Round
We're going to Evo this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready.
You don't remember this game? We played it all the time.
It was the only Saturn game we had besides Mega Man X4.
Do you remember Mega Man X4, Jordan? Here's a bomb. Have a bomb. How did I miss you?
Because I'm so good at this
No,
game.
you were like in the blast radius.
No, I'm so good at this game, Jeremy.
You're so good at the game that the rules of the game don't apply.
Yes, that's how good I am, Jeremy. You don't understand.
How have we not hit you? Okay, you hit me now. Okay, you hit me again. Fine. Here's my half my power move right into the side of a wall. Ah,
Jeremy, I'm getting pretty good at this.
shit. Yeah, You're just having beginner's luck right now.
No.
Wait. Wait till I
I'm playing.
warm up.
I'm playing in a very controlled fashion.
Alright, fine. Yeah, but see, that's
You see
just-
how I had 100% health? Perfect.
that's not the that's not
Jeremy's drunk.
Get ready.
Well.
there. How about that?
Oh shit. Oh, so it's not a one-hit kill.
It
It's
is
just
not a one-hit
it's
kill.
just
It is
almost a
90
one-hit kill.
It's 90% of your
Dang,
health.
so if you get it right out the gate, then I'm just pretty much done for the rest of the game. Unbelievable.
I like it. I like it. I like the move. Go riding. You're awesome. It is just in one direction though. Like,
Yeah.
there is no changing the trajectory of this move.
Okay, so I know that when the match starts, I've got to be already getting out of there.
Get ready.
Why are you rooting for him? I'm your brother. Yeah, but you know. Yeah, but it should be me. Because I'm me. Of course I would want it to be me. I am me.
Okay, your homing move is so. Yeah, okay, that's OP. That's
It's
OP,
got
Sega.
a serious cooldown on it. I can't use it very often.
I know, but when like I can be dashing in the opposite like
Yeah, I know.
trajectory and it still hits me.
But Jeremy, your weapon is almost a one hit kill.
if
so
I can hit you with it,
yeah, and that's where maneuverability versus agility versus strength comes in. You know, you're slow and not very maneuverable. You know,
I almost got you that time. You were like an inch off from my power move there. Kenny.
I win. I won, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was at the 3rd out of 12 matches.
Test of raw skill. I'm the master.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. Come on. Come on.
I can because I'm the master. We're gonna become real virtual on tournament players. I mean, like, what's the? I mean, is there a virtual on
No, probably
round
not.
at Evo?
I don't
I
think
want to
it-
go to
I don't
Evo to
think
play
anybody
virtual
plays
on.
this game.
Probably not.
Get ready.
It seems like a thing that would not be.
Yeah, your homing move is seriously overpowered.
It's not overpowered. It does very little damage.
It doesn't matter. It still hits like 100% of the time.
It
So
doesn't,
you can just
though.
spam that move over it.
You can't. There's a cooldown timer to it, so I have to do what I have to do. There's an interplay that has to happen. You know, interplay. The creators of Descent.
Yeah, we should do that game on this.
I don't have it right now, but I can play it. Pretty easy.
How are you gonna do it?
Oh, via purchase, via invoice.
From PlayStation.
I will buy
from
it
Interplay.
from Sony PlayStation, where I buy all of my games, including the Sega Saturn.
Descent was PlayStation, right?
It was.
Okay. Well, it was DOS actually.
Yes.
As,
The original.
As most of the games we played growing up were.
Yeah. Well, you know, the thing about our childhood is that we had a
We had a Windows 95.
computer.
That's what we had.
We had a Windows 95. That's true. We did have a Windows 95. That was pretty much it.
Well, motherfucker. Fine, you know what? I'm gonna go back to Tompa then.
Then fine, do it. Because I'll take you, Jeremy, because I know how to play this game now. The ability to know how to play the game has vastly improved my ability to win.
Your ability to know what
Yes.
you're doing.
Right. It has vastly improved my performance thus far. Shit. That thing is powerful, Jeremy. You can't tell me that your weapon isn't ridiculously powerful.
It is ridiculously powerful. If you can land a hit, that's the difference.
But
That's
if
the
you do,
problem.
then literally all you have to do is hit me one more time at all. I love the music is great. It's great music. I love it. Yeah, my homing weapon is my greatest strength. But you know the thing with it is though is that you know it does miss sometimes, and also the cooldown on it makes it where I have to switch to other things. So really, my strength is my agility more than anything.
Yeah.
And the homing weapon is great; it helps, but the ability to move around and avoid your hits is where my real strength is.
So is this a fan or a CD in the back of these things?
I think it's a fan.
Is it a fan?
I think it's a fan. I want to believe that it's a fan.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to F-Arm. See if I can do anything. See if I can do any better with him.
Yeah, you're gonna get more close quarters with me on this one, aren't you?
Maybe.
I mean, that's what he's good at. So probably. Man, the static screen as a loading screen. I can't get over how much that doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, he's so fast. He's so fast. They are. But, like, for a while, we were basically on the same stage for, like, the entire time.
Yeah, all of F-Arm has a fairly that is so fast. And he has roughly
Yeah, that seems to be his greatest strength.
for a second.
For a second.
Round 2. Get ready.
Good to know what you're doing. Like the first bunch of rounds, I felt like I was just like, what the hell is going on here? But now I really feel like I have a handle on what's happening.
Now I know what all the buttons do at this point. That's
Yeah.
like, what are we doing?
What is happening? Mash, mash, mash.
Because we were at first just mashing. That
Yep.
was it. Well, so you've gotten there, Caleb. You
Yes.
made it to the logical conclusion of where this was going to go.
Let's do 5 for 2 versus 5 for 2. I have my main. I should try the other ones and try to master their things.
Yeah.
I probably will later on my own time. Then you'll never win. No, it'll be fine. What you need to do is take this home and play. Oh wait, you don't have the Saturn controller anymore though. Because we look. Huh?
I don't know.
Because we looked through.
He's so like floating with fun.
He is. He's super floaty. He's so great.
Like I'm staying in the air for like forever.
You do. I know. I love it.
That is the one thing when you're in the air, you're like in the air.
Yeah, I know. I love it. That's why he's been my main since I realized that. I was like, you just fly around the whole time. He's definitely a flying type Pokemon.
Yeah, the cooldown on that one. Oh my god, you're so powerful.
It's pretty dang powerful. Apparently, especially against itself. Like you fighting me, playing the same character.
Yeah.
It's pretty dang effective. It's a lot less effective against other enemies besides himself. It takes like, what, a third of the health
Yeah.
in this case? Whereas whenever I was fighting you as
Riding.
Sure.
Let's
It takes...
I want to go again.
Okay. It takes like maybe a sixth of the health on most of the other guys.
Oh, okay. So it's
It's just more effective against itself, himself.
right.
I guess it's like a handicap against himself.
Round 1. Get ready.
Just someplace. Shit.
Who's mastering diaper shoes now?
Jeremy is.
I mean, I was at first. Now I'm down
That ended up being a factor for a while, but then now...
how to play the game and got pretty good at it.
Well, and it didn't hurt that I was playing clearly the best character.
Yeah, at this point, like, I'm like, oh, okay, well, clearly I was just playing with the wrong character all this time. I mean, come on. Now I can beat you when I'm playing the game.
Yeah. I lose.
Round 2.
Round 2, get ready.
Get ready.
Oh, oh, what the crap was that? I was like looking like 3 steps from you and my only weapon is somehow. I don't even know what it's on. Oh,
It's bombs. I mean, missile bombs. Missiles.
oh well, yeah. Bomb weapon. Everybody else's bomb weapon is a bomb that just blows up on the ground.
I know.
Round 3.
Ooh, it comes down to
Get
this.
ready.
Dang. They do. He's agile, but you have a lot of waiting time as you play.
It was a double kill. Look at this.
But I won because I hit first. Is that it?
We
Is
both
that it?
died.
Yes, but I won though.
That is it, but this is
Hey,
definitely something we're going to be coming back to.
Yeah, guys, 0 people who are watching. Virtualon, we'll probably be playing it some more later on.
This
So
is
if you're
definitely
into Virtualon, we're the guys because we're literally the only people playing it on
This is
Twitch.
definitely the most fun that I have had so far.
I guarantee we're the only ones playing it on Twitch because Twitch doesn't recognize that it exists, so
Yeah.
people probably don't play it very often.
You got us back as League of Legends again.
No, we're still on Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I didn't feel like changing it. Well, thanks for watching. We stream every Thursday night at 7:30 on the dot Central Time. So join us next time. Bye.
Later.